Origin Unexplained.
Welcome back to Origin Unexplained. I am Sue, your host, and today we're having a second podcast. This one in lieu of Veterans Day. And if I sound stuffy, it's because I've had a hard time getting through the first paragraph multiple times. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into some stories of spirits and different little things that have happened with servicemen. And I'm going to tell the story of when I was in Gettysburg at the end. Without any further ado, Veterans Day isn't just about flags, uniforms, or parades. It's about the names, the faces, and the lives of those who wore the uniform and carried the burden of war so others didn't have to. It's about the ones who came home and the ones who never did. About duty and sacrifice that often live on long after battles are over. For some, the memories fade with time. For others, not so much. But in certain places, quiet, sacred places, you can still feel them. The air changes, the world goes still, and it's as if the past leans forward. Just enough to remind you that service never really ends. A visitor arrived late in the evening when the mall was nearly empty. He walked the length of the black granite wall, reading 58,000 names and quietly tracing the letters with his fingers. As he paused at the specific name, he was searching for his reflection, which appeared in the polished stone next to it. But he noticed something odd. The reflection's posture and expression didn't quite match his own. He swore the figure in the reflection tilted its head, almost acknowledging him. He looked around, and no one else was there. When he looked back, the face in the wall's surface was gone. He later told a ranger on site that at the moment he felt an overwhelming surge of heat as if the air itself had changed. And for a few seconds, he felt an intense sense of presence, both absence and company at the same time. He didn't claim to see a full ghost, but the experience left him shaken. According to Park Service commentary, the wall's polished surface is designed so that when gazing upon their reflection in the wall's surface, people see a different reflection than the one to which they are accustomed to. And the real double, always and ever, is that of the living and the dead. While the story above can't be verified in full detail, it falls into the pattern of many visitors' reports, the sense that the wall doesn't show just names, but somehow bridges presence and memory, the living and the dead. For those in question, that was the Vietnam Veterans Memorial Wall. These next few stories are reminders that for some, service leaves a presence and doesn't just fade away. The USS Hornet, the World War II aircraft carrier now docked as a museum in Alameda, California, has earned the title of one of the most haunted ships in the Navy. Visitors and staff report hearing voices echoing through the empty hangar bays. Doors slam without warning. Several people have seen a sailor in full dress whites standing in the halls. Always quiet, never moving, just watching. They call him the Watchstander, and some believe he's still carrying out his duty long after death. Fort Leavenworth in Kansas, known as the oldest active Army post west of the Mississippi, it's steeped in history and in hauntings. The old disciplinary barracks are especially active. Soldiers have reported doors creaking and opening by themselves, voices whispering in the night, and shadows darting past the corners of their eyes. One guard refused to go back into a wing alone after feeling a cold breath on his neck and hearing someone whisper his name, though no one else was there. And third, Gettysburg. The battle may have ended in 1863, but something remains at Devil's Den. Tourists often report seeing a barefoot soldier in a ragged uniform pointing them toward random directions. only to vanish before their eyes. Others hear phantom gunfire crackling across the fields, or the thud of boots marching through the night. One visitor captured a photo at Little Round Top that showed the shadowy figure of a soldier crouched with a rifle. Yet, no one had been there when the picture was taken. The battlefield? Well, it may still be what it is, but the battlefield may be still now. But echoes of that war continue to walk. I'd like to tell a quick story of something that happened when I went down to Gettysburg with some friends. We'd gone down to ghost hunt, and we got down there, and it was so hot. We went through the battlefield, and we took pictures for 2 days and video and such. We got some things, and we got some ecto shots, one especially at Devil's Den. But it wasn't until the last day, prior to leaving, that it really happened. We had gone down to the museum where they, it was a museum, and then there was also a clay area where, or not clay, but like soldiers and stuff would fight and things like that. It was statues. It wasn't genuine people, like real people. At any rate, so part of them were watching this reenactment of these statues going around and fighting and things, and I was up in the library, and my son was with me and my friend Wayne, and I have a camcorder, and I'm filming, of course, infrared, and as I'm standing there, my son says, "Mom, do you ever get the feeling like your arms are cold and the hair's standing up?" And at that moment, I was feeling the same thing, and you see me filming, and I stop, and I'm filming the floor, and I said, "Yeah, I'm feeling it right now." Well, I finally went back to my camera after he said that, and as I go to film again, I go to hand my camcorder over to Wayne, and something came down and bashed my forearm. The camcorder went flying out of my hands, landed on the ground, and actually broke the part where you turn it on and off. It never did get fixed. But I was able to still use it, but I had to do a special way of turning it on. But, that may be simple and stuff, but that was pretty weird. I'd never been hit with that much force by a ghost. So I don't know what I was filming at that it didn't want, and I wasn't about to do anything otherwise. So yeah, that was quite interesting. So that was just a quick little podcast. And so maybe the ghosts aren't here to scare us, and maybe they're here to remind us of duty, of sacrifice, and of names we should never stop saying out loud. To every veteran who served and to the ones still standing, watch in ways we don't fully understand, this day is for you. We remember you, we honor you, and for those who never made it home, we still see you and recognize you. Happy Veterans Day.